Let's be honest, have you ever felt like you're just in a losing battle with your own skin? We've all been there, right? Trying every cream, every lotion, everything on the shelf. But what if the whole way we think about skincare is just wrong? What if the real key to that glowing, radiant skin we're all after isn't on the surface at all, but starts way, way deeper inside your body? Well, today we're going to flip that old thinking on its head and explore a whole new way to think about skin health, from the inside out.
I mean, really think about this question. For decades, we've been taught to see a problem, a breakout, and immediately attack it from the outside. But that's kind of like seeing a crack in a wall and just painting over it again and again without ever bothering to check the foundation of the house. It's totally backward. So today, we're going to go check that foundation.
And this right here is the frustrating cycle. You know the drill. A breakout appears, so you slather on some harsh cream to suppress it. The problem keeps coming back, so maybe you move on to prescriptions. And yeah, those things might give you some temporary relief, but they're just putting a lid on the symptom. They're not solving the root cause, which is why the problem just pops right back up. It's an endless and honestly exhausting loop.
All right, so it is time to completely reframe the goal here. Let's move away from that reactive, firefighting mindset and get proactive. Instead of just playing defense on the surface, we're going to talk about how to build genuinely healthy, strong, resilient skin from the ground up.
I love this quote from naturopathic Dr. Julie Greenberg because it just nails it. It's not about suppression anymore, it's about construction. That's a massive shift in thinking, right? The focus isn't just on managing breakouts anymore. It's about creating an environment inside your body where healthy skin is just the natural result.
Okay, so if the answer is within, where do we even start looking? Well, a huge and growing mountain of research is pointing to one absolutely critical place, your gut. Now, I know that might sound a little strange, but stick with me, because this is where the real story of your skin's health begins. This brings us to something called the gut-skin axis. The easiest way to think about it is like a direct, 24/7 hotline between your digestive system and your skin. You've got trillions of tiny microbes living in your gut, that's your microbiome, and they are constantly sending signals all over your body. When they're happy and balanced, they send these nice, calming, anti-inflammatory messages. But when they're out of whack, they can start firing off inflammatory alarm bells that show up right on your face.
And get this isn't just some theory. This is what absolutely blew my mind. When scientists studied hunter-gatherer populations who live without our modern diets, they found zero, not a single case of acne. In fact, in many of their languages, they don't even have a word for it. That's a huge clue that the skin issues we think are just normal are actually a product of our modern lifestyle.
So that leads us to the next big question, right? What is it about our modern world that's throwing this whole gut-skin connection into chaos? Well, the answer, overwhelmingly, points to a giant hole in our nutrition.
Just look at this number for a second. 1 in 10.
That's it. That's how many of us are actually eating enough fruits and vegetables. It means a whopping 90% of us are failing to give our bodies the basic fuel they need. We are literally starving those good gut microbes of the different plant nutrients they need to keep our bodies and, by extension, our skin in balance.
And this is precisely the problem that a company called Juice Plus was created to solve. And just so you know, the plus is silent, it's just Juice Plus. They actually call themselves the Proactive Wellness Company, and their whole mission is built around helping us bridge that nutritional gap with a simple food-based way to get that concentrated plant power back into our diets.
So let's get practical. How does this idea actually translate into something that can make a real difference for your skin? Because it's not about one single miracle ingredient. It's about a whole strategy that gets to the root cause we've been talking about.
At the heart of it all is their superfood powder. And the concept is actually pretty simple. They take the nutrition from over 30 different fruits, veggies, and berries, all harvested when they're perfectly ripe, and concentrate it. The whole point is to give your body this wide variety of plant nutrients to feed your gut and support your health from the inside out.
And here's the best part. The amazing effects on skin aren't just wishful thinking. This stuff is backed by actual clinical research. We're talking about measurable benefits. Studies show that this blend actually increases microcirculation, which basically means getting more good stuff to your skin's surface. It also boosts hydration from within, improves your skin's density and thickness, and helps protect your cells from oxidative stress. You know, that nasty damage that makes us look old.
Now look, I know what some of you might be thinking. That all sounds great, but show me the proof. And you're right. For any proactive wellness approach, that scientific proof is absolutely critical. So let's dig into it, because this is what separates a real solution from just a bunch of marketing hype.
Check this out.
Over 40, that's the number of independent clinical studies on the Juice Plus products that have been published in major scientific and medical journals. We're not talking about company-funded fluff. This is gold standard research from top universities and hospitals all over the world. It's the real deal.
And here's a really key difference. You know how most companies in the wellness industry will talk about research on, say, one single ingredient, like vitamin C? Well, Juice Plus does its research on the exact final, finished products, the exact same stuff you'd be using. That means the research shows what the product as a whole, with all its ingredients working together, actually does inside a person's body.
And on top of all their own research, they've got this impressive list of seals from third-party certifiers. Groups like NSF basically come in and verify that what's on the label is exactly what's in the bottle, and that it's clean and pure. It's just that extra layer of trust and peace of mind, you know? So if this whole inside-out idea for radiant skin and better health is clicking with you, let's talk about the best way to get started and create your very own proactive wellness plan.
Because here's the thing, we're all different. Our bodies, our health journeys, they're unique. So the best way to really figure out how this could work for you is to just talk to an expert who can answer your personal questions and help you map out a plan that fits your goals.
And I've got a fantastic person for you to connect with. Her name is Helene Matthews, and just so you know, it's pronounced Helene. She is incredibly knowledgeable about this whole approach, and she's just a wonderful guide for anyone looking to get started.
You can find her online at helene7.juiceplus.com, or you can give her a call directly. Her number is 858-208-5109. Also, if you just want to browse some great general info on health, fitness, and beauty, another excellent site to check out is naturesmart.us.
So we'll leave you with this thought. Your skin is always telling a story about what's going on inside. By shifting your focus from the surface to the source, from being reactive to being proactive, you literally get to become the author of that story. So the only question left is, what story are you going to write?